Good morning, let's get the paperwork out of the way. It's the 91st canned workout. So basically, if you haven't seen a doctor to allow you to exercise, please see a doctor. If you don't want to see a doctor, you can fill out my health questionnaire, which is actually online, posted just below this video on YouTube and my website, or at the top of the Facebook page. Fill out the first and last sheet. If you fill out anything which says yes, you will have to delve into the middle, and please send it then to me and we'll get you exercising. There we go, that's all over and done with. Good morning. I hope people can hear me this time. As you can tell, it's not the 20th of November, it's the 23rd. I just thought to use the same graphic, there's no point changing it. Right, let's go to the main scene. Hello everyone. I hope everyone's alright. Sorry, my laptop bag, which I was just drying off, was in view. Right, so yes, sorry about Friday, the sound completely went. I hope you can all hear me. Excellent, loud and clear, good, that's fine. I have found out that basically there was a huge update on Microsoft, and every time Microsoft updates Skype, even though I hate using it, I've got to use it for my daughter's singing lessons, it overwrites all sound protocols. Yep, so I need to check that next time, so sorry about that. Let's have a look. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yes, you're here for me. You are here for me. Actually, you do help me through a lot of stressful times for being here and actually being part of this live stream, which is good. Right. So today, let's talk about things. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm actually using a kind of cheap Fitbit, which I found just because my daughter started a thing for school. It's walking to Lapland or something like that, where the school's got to do 35,165 miles in a month. So they're trying to get all the families together, so I'm actually trying to figure out how much we do in this class. It might be interesting to find out. I won't be able to get you the information this session, but I might be able to get it for you in another session, if it's favourable. No, I tend not to actually hide anything away. So it'll also register calories as well, so that's good. It's a cheap one, so it won't be super accurate. Right, so let's get on with the myths, which we're still going through. So myth number 16, metabolic damage. So metabolic damage is people which say of anything which damages their metabolism. So you can either have a high metabolism, ordinary metabolism, or a low metabolism. So how many calories you consume or burn. Often many will make the assumption that their metabolism is somehow damaged if they're finding losing weight difficult. However, in the majority of cases, it boils down to people underestimating multiple factors, including how much they're eating, how much they're burning through physical activity. In this study, normal weight individuals estimated that they were burning 3 to 4 times as much as they actually were, while conditions like having a low thyroid can impact on the energy you burn by up to about 400 calories. Actually, I did a research on that a while back. It is still negative energy, it still doesn't negate energy balance, correct. In all honesty, the simple fact of the matter is that when you live a mostly sedentary lifestyle, don't meet individual nutritional needs, and let too much stress creep in. I said sleep then, sorry, for some reason. Your metabolism will adjust to this normally. It's not damaged, it just adjusted, correct. In contrast, when you have more, move more, eat nutritionally dense foods, build muscle, your metabolism adapts to the way of living and speeds up. So I tend to always use the analogy of a bricklayer or a builder. When he first gets into the job, he will be given a hard possibly, in the old-fashioned days anyway. So he's about 21, gets a hard, puts 40 bricks in, goes up and down a ladder all day, gets nicely fit, really buff looking. His body adapts, his metabolism adapts to that. But what doesn't adapt is the fact that he's having bacon butts every morning and every afternoon, and he's still lifting the same amount of weight all the time. So he's not progressing, he's not pushing himself on, so his body gets used to it, metabolism gets used to where it's sat and won't move. So basically everything kind of skews out of proportion. He ends up age 40 with a pot belly because he's actually overeating the calories. And his body's actually used to it, it's become more efficient. So a lot of things I also do with clients is I tend to do little tests with them. I do something called Series 500, where you do 500 repetitions of 100 repetitions of 5 sets of exercises. Some of them are pretty difficult. Time you. The first time is always a really bad time, it's about 22 to 24 minutes. The second time they do it in a month's time, they will knock it down to about 17 minutes. And after the 5th attempt, they tend to get down to 13 minutes. Now, is that because they're getting better at those exercises? No, they're only doing it 5 times. But if you do something once, your body suddenly goes, that was hard, let's find an easier way. So then it becomes more efficient. And efficiency is basically the killer of a lot of things. If you run 3 miles every day, if you do those same 3 miles in the same direction, turning around the same corners, your body will adapt. You will not lose weight. Your body will actually stabilize and become efficient at it, and it become easier. So you need to actually change everything up. Really try and work that metabolism in different ways. Your body. So the truth, there is no evidence that metabolic damage exists. Exactly. As I said, low thyroid, it can actually reduce your calorie burning, daily burning rate of up to 400. If you find something called, I forgot what it's called now. Metabolic, BMR. Thank you. Someone said it in the things. BMR, basal metabolic rate, that is how many calories your body needs to actually sustain itself while sat down or laid down or doing nothing all day. You wake up, you stay there, you just eat, people bring you food, you eat, and you still stay there. That's how much you need to actually, for your body to actually keep on a homeostasis so you don't lose any fat and you don't gain. Okay, so that is a certain rate you can actually find. The low thyroid will reduce that. Okay, but if you eat underneath that, then your body starts getting stressed. And then that's when it starts actually trying to hoard fat and it burns muscle instead. So you will lose weight a lot faster because you're burning muscle. So you can actually range that in, but it's a 10. If you don't go to a doctor, you've got to do it by twitch of the eye, flick of the backside kind of thing. So you can actually work around what people call metabolic damage. It's just metabolic leveling out. Okay, so another way of thinking about it is, in these classes we tend to work thighs, lats and chest. Okay, those are the biggest muscles and muscle groups in the body. If you get those efficient, they will burn more calories at rest, so your BMR will raise up. So you can actually eat more often. Strange enough. So there you go. I hope that hasn't muddied the waters, and I hope that's actually made things a little bit. I really can't get my words out today. I'm sorry, I can't. It's a bit clearer. Okay then. I'm not clear at the moment, but hopefully the information has got across to you clear. As you can see, it's not the 20th because we're going to go up to there. It's not the 20th today. I didn't change it. I couldn't be bothered really. I'm sorry, but I couldn't. I've had a really, really stressful and busy weekend. But it's the 23rd, and I wanted to actually give you lot this lot for today. There you go. That's my present to you. Right. So we're gonna have dumbbells. I'll just turn off my phone actually. Go away. Thank you. Dumbbells, water, and yourself. That's all we need today. So, right, so let's start warming up. I think we need to start warming up because it's quite cold day in the UK. So let's march on the spot. So yes, it's a cold day, so be careful of arthritic limbs, especially cold weather like this. If you can't actually bring arthritis on, so you will need to warm up a lot longer, a lot slower. Do some static stretches, like my toes at the moment are actually a bit painful, so I'll be like lunging a little bit stilted at the moment. So we're going to go to wide, pointing those toes. There you go, that's me warming up my toes. Excellent. Right, high knees this time. Try and go as high as you possibly can. We don't have to do it fast, just nice and high. Get that heart rate up. Let's see what the actual step count. Already 200 steps. That's good. And all we're doing is walking on the spot. Right, let's start incorporating the upper body now. So we're going to do some reach overs. So it's check that armpit, check that armpit. Come on, you can do it. Right, if you put your deodorant on today, that's where you can smell up. Bit horrible there for me. Excellent, good. Right, we're going to go into some bum kicks. So nicely back. Try and really get those thighs working. A little bit of a jig at the same time. As you notice, my arms are moving as well at the same time. Keep your arms moving. That'll get your heart rate working more. Right, let's push it up to a high prayer. So like a little bob. Get those hips back. Right, because it's a cold morning, just gonna do a couple more of these. Excellent. Right, we're going to go into a thigh stretch. So you might want to grab hold of any kind of thing around you just to keep you from falling over. Clench your bottom. And change legs. Don't want to do it for too long, remember, it's not a static stretch. Well, it is a static stretch, but we're not doing it for development. So we're just doing it just to actually allow you to actually use your knees a lot easier. Right, let's push forward, across the body. Let's put a bit of pop into it. That's it. Single arm it across. Brilliant. Let's round it over. Oh, so you're going out, up and over, out, up and over. So a little bit like a reach over or a punch out and round over like Eleanor showed us. Right. Excellent, I feel a little bit warmer from that. Right, so you keep a march on the spot at the moment whilst I show you the first exercise. What we're going to do is Space Invaders. So we'll stand up one side. You will need a couple of steps, probably around 2 or 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to step down. As we lunge down, our arms are going to go up, then down, up and down, up and down, and then change whenever you run out of space. So we look like a Space Invader. We will be doing it later on with the weights. We're going to do it first without. So remember to get that bottom back. Try not to lean, try not to do a side step too far, otherwise you have to put your feet at 45-degree angles, and that's a bit difficult when you're trying to traverse.
2, 1.
You ready?
Exercise
Let's go down.
1.
very good if you have bands. You can have one around your thighs, one in your hands, trying to keep it tight at all times. That really works the shoulders and the hips, encouraging you to actually get a rotator cuff working and then your hips. Five, three, two, one.
Change.
Hang in. Right, we're going to do some skipping. Just ordinary skipping on the spot. If you don't want to do moderate to high impact, then you can do high knees. Quite up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
3, 2,
I think the elastic's gone on these.
Exercise.
Right, let's go. I'm going to skip. That's skipping to school. Let your pigtails go, especially you, Ian. This will get my step count up quite a lot, hopefully. You can even put, make it a little bit silly if you want. Just leave it up to you. I'm silly anyway, so. 3, 2, 1. Get your breath back. I have a quick drink of water. Actually, I'm a bit parched. Right. Next exercise, what we're going to do is need a little bit of space again. I'll turn sideways so you can see. What we're going to do, we're going to lunge back, lunge out
3,
together,
2,
back,
1.
out
Exercise
together.
1.3.
Okay? Like a little bit of a dance. So back, across, back, across, back, across, back, across. So we're creating like a U shape. So just working the side hips as well as we go along. Side hips, is that a thing? Three. Now.
2, 1. Change.
Excellent. I hope you all got that. So it was lunge back, then across. Lunge back, then across. Right, we're going to do double diagonals. We're going to need the dumbbells or a weight. We're going to do is stand slightly wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to go down. As we go down, we kick our hips out to the side.
Exercise 1.4.
And then we're going to punch up. So we're going making a diagonal. That's it. Try and keep your tummy tight. Your bum might need to go a little bit further back than normal. And what we're going to do is the swap sides now. And go. Remember to kick that hip out the opposite side as you go down. It's like boo 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 bit of Betty Boo.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Excellent, good. Right, so we're going to do dumbbells and bum kicks. Dumbbell curls. So as we're going to curl up, one foot's going to come up, and then we're going to just dumbbell bicep curls. Supinate the wrist forward if you need to, and down into a neutral grip.
2,
and every time you do one, you just swap the leg at the back.
1.5.
So kick up to your bottom. You could also alternate if you want. Different sides, a little bit faster on the legs. I think this is the better one actually. So we do this one. So alternate sides. So I do pink hand, green foot, green hand, pink foot. Try and really squeeze those biceps at the top. Three, 2, 1.
Change.
Excellent. L press. So if you remember, we've got an L raise where we go sideways. This time what we're going to do is we're going to go, as we go up with one, we're going to punch up with the other. So it's out,
3, 2,
out,
1. Exercise 1.6.
If you want to punch them out, both of them, you can do. If you want to raise them up, you can do as well. Whichever way your body wants to do it, because it is actually, it's not exactly intuitive for the brain to actually think of. So mine's half punch, half lift. Try and keep that tummy tight. If you want a harder one, what you do is you put your feet together. If you want it easier, if you've got less balance, wide the legs apart. Not too wide though.
3, 2, 1, change.
Brilliant. Right, last exercise of this set, we're going to do bent over reverse flies. So bottom back. So you look, my shoulders are just slightly over my knees. My knees are over my toes. My dumbbells are in my hands. They're in front of me.
3,
I'm going to bring them up.
2, 1.
I'm not going to
Exercise 1.
throw my back back. I'm going to try and keep my head up so my shoulder blades are back. And you're going to try, it's almost like you're trying to pinch a pencil on your spine. If you get someone to actually put the finger there, if you don't squeeze their finger and they go, ow, you're not doing it enough. So I'll do it sideways. A lot of people, when they do this, they go backwards. It's because it's easier for them. If you can try and keep it nice
2,
and flat.
1. Water break.
Water break, okay? So you have a water break. So on that one, if I'm using my tiles as indication, so they run horizontal and then vertical. So if I go down, I want my hands to follow the vertical line, which I showed you. Okay, I want them to follow that. I don't want them to cross over back behind. Otherwise it's working slightly different muscles. So hopefully we'll be back to usual programming on Wednesday, where it'll be step up. Sorry, a little bit. Must be the radiators on. Yeah, they've come on. It always makes me heavy on chest radiators. Must be because it's a rather cool, rather humid day. Well, a lot of moisture outside, drying up in here. It's probably drying up my chest as well, which isn't good for you, actually, I must admit. Right, so we're going to do space invaders. So you can do it with dumbbells.
1.
So remember, we're going to stand,
Exercise 2.1.
put like a pencil, and then we're going to step out to the side, and arms come up and down. A bit like a crab. There we go. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. I. X. I. X. I. I'm trying to do Roman numerals now. So that's, is it 10 or 9, do you think? So X, I. So that could be 10 with a 1 next to it, or it could be an 8, or 9,
2,
or an 11.
1. Change.
Oh, it's a strange day. Right, so we're going to go back to skipping. Good job I didn't put V's and C's in there.
3,
Or M.
2, 1.
Right, so skipping
Exercise
or high
2.2.
knees. So, in my mind, I would call this a moderate impact, not high impact. High is more like putting the full weight. You're not really going off the floor that much. Now, low impact is where one limb is always on the floor. So all the weight is transferred through that limb.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Step back, step out. So this one, remember what we're going to do, the same side. So if you step back on your pink foot, you step out on your pink foot. Green foot back, green foot out, pink foot back,
3,
pink foot
2,
out.
1.
Are you ready?
Exercise 2.3.
Let's go. So it should be a self-making open box. So you're making a box where the opening's right behind you. Again, you could use the dumbbells, you could hold them up to your chest, you could have them down by your side. If you want to work on your stability, you can have them above your head, because that will really force you to look up and out, as long as you're not hyperextending or flexing the back backwards.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Right double diagonals. YMCA, yes. For some reason that chat doesn't scroll, auto scroll, which is annoying. So remember, it's down. As you go down, you kick your hips out in the wrong opposite direction. So it's you're always kicking your hips out, whichever direction you're going in. Keep that tummy tight to really stabilise that back. And change sides. I almost forgot then. It's not like me to forget, is it? You can see I like to kick my foot out as well when I go down. I like to spin it out.
3,
I find it
2,
easier to kick my hip up.
1. Change.
Bicep curls to dumbbell, to Bumkicks. Sorry, I didn't print this one out, I actually wrote it out quickly the other day. Because on the day I normally write this, I was actually out helping a friend in need.
3,
I was out all day. So to
1.
me, that wasn't a waste of day.
Exercise 2.5.
So, alternate sides. You can get a little bit of a bob going as well. Excellent, 15 seconds left. Try and get that dumbbell all the way up to your shoulder without leaning forward.
3,
Try and get your shoulder blades
2,
back as well at the same time.
Change.
So a lot of people, when they bicep curl, they push forward the shoulder. It rounds the shoulder. Try and get it back. It's a lot easier. Well, it's not, but it's better. Right, L press.
3, 2,
Remember, it's one up, one out.
Exercise 2.6.
Feel a little bit like a traffic cop. Need a whistle. As you can see, I like to put a little bob in with it. It's not helping with the actual pressing above, it's just basically, it reminds my body what it's doing. So it's up to you, if you want to put a bob to it. Also, hopefully I might be getting a few more steps for my daughter's walk to Lapland.
3,
2, 1.
Change.
Brilliant, bent over reverse flies. Right, how are we doing? Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
let's go.
2.7.
So remember, trying to keep that vertical line. Well, if you bent over, it's horizontal line, but in the way you're looking at the screen, it's the vertical because it goes up your screen. It were misses. I'll go that way. Don't want to blind everyone. I need to talk my bald spot, don't I? Or should I paint a nice pretty picture on it? Maybe I should go back to wearing my hat.
3,
2, 1.
Water break.
Excellent, good. Always trying to keep your back straight is one of the best things to do. And for that, tight core. Right, so let's have a look. So far we are at, so when I started it was that, so it was, we've done just over 1,000 steps. Right, so that's not too bad, is it really? So we'll do around about 2,000 steps probably in the session. Out of 20,000, that's not bad really, is it? It's just like walking down to the shops and back. Several times. So when I was walking with Eleanor to school, 1,000 steps was a quarter of a mile, on average. Excellent, good. Yeah, I'm having to minus off what I've already just done. I'm trying to do it in my brain fast. It doesn't work very well. Right, so Space Invaders or YMCA.
3,
Is the input?
2, 1. Exercise 3.
So down. Oh, try and keep that bottom back. Look forward. The reason why this is a good one is because you've got to look forward. To keep doing, you look forward to doing the exercise anyway. I think it all depends also as well with what kind of fitness tracker you've got. The cheaper they are, I think this one's a cheap one actually. They're not exactly as accurate.
3, 2, 1. Change.
Excellent, good. Right, so we're going to go skipping the old Fitbits. When I was at the height of my running phase, my heart rate was always really, really low. I couldn't wear one. They always thought I was asleep.
3, 2.
I had to work out for it to think I was waking up.
Exercise 3,
Right,
2.
because my heart rate was so slow, it kind of automatically went in sleep mode. I don't know if they've changed it recently, or in the new updates. Don't want to lay out on something which says I'm asleep when I'm awake. Two, one.
Change.
Excellent. Right, we're going to do step back, step out. So this time I'm going to do it with the dumbbells. It's up to you if you want to do it with your dumbbells. So I might hold it down by the side. Might hold it up. If you hold it up, it forces you to try to stand upright and shoulder blades back.
3.
Whereas if you're down,
1.
you can't tension around your shoulders.
3.3.
So it's distinctly up to you if you can figure out which one is better for you. The higher the weight, the more you're going to be unstable as well. So if you're there, you're very unstable because your centre of gravity is a lot higher. Whereas there, it's actually comfortable to hold it there, and you've got to look forward. Again, look forward to the exercise. 3,
2, 1. Change.
Excellent, good. Right, double diagonal. Oh no, yeah, double diagonals. I almost went back in exercise then.
Three, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
And double diagonals. I thought it was double diagonals because it's both hands. Single diagonals, one hand across the body. And change sides. This is where you actually wear the foot, your toes out in your trainers.
3, 2, 1. change.
Excellent, good, right. So we're going to do dumbbell curls to bum press. Bum kicks. Has anyone got a brain activation app on their phone? I could really use one at times.
2.
Right, so alternate sides.
Exercise 3.5.
You do it on the same side, you might fall over. Oh, this is the third time through. Okay. Good times. A fly, there's a spider on my
2,
window.
1. Change.
Change. Sorry, I did. Big black current-like thing on my window. Can't see because the sun's coming through. Right, so we're going to do L press.
3, 2,
And
1.
press up and out.
Exercise 3.6.
So we're working the shoulders in different ways here. So we're working the medial if we're going upwards, and we're working the anterior, the front bit, as we go out. Medial means middle. So you've got posterior, back, anterior, front, medial or lateral, side. Almost there. 5 seconds.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change.
Excellent, good. Last one, I think. Yes. Bend over, reverse flies. It could just be a current actually on the window, it's not moving.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Exercise
Let's go.
3.7.
How to get off topic with Richard at Seeker Training. At the moment I've turned slightly so I'm not actually going true vertical with you lot. Which I am, huh? I am now. See, my back's nice and straight. I'm not hunched over. Because I'm looking at my skirting board, well, back of my oven. Keeping my head up, but I'm not keeping it looking too far up.
3, 2, 1. Water break.
Water break time, right. Right, we're going to do some standing Granville, right, some core work. Oh, lovely. So the first one we're going to do, slightly wider than shoulder width apart, feet facing slightly outwards, knees following them, hips slightly back. So it's like sitting down slightly. All you do is you sit down a little bit. That's the best way of actually getting into an exercise position. Basically look like you've actually got a bad back. You need the toilet. Okay, and we're going to do alternate toe touches. So we're going to go down, up, middle, up, down, across, back to the middle, and back again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. Okay? So we're going to do 12. We might do 10, depending. The next one we're going to do is going to do Frankinstiens. So we're going to be going straight leg, straight arm to alternate leg. Kick up. If you can't do your leg, do your hips. Sorry, do your hips. Do your knees instead. And then the next one we're going to bring our arm down, knee up, do oblique jacks. Okay, so let's get ready for the alternate toe touch. Remember, slightly wider shoulder width apart, feet facing slightly outwards. Let's go. Try and keep that tummy tight and just bend at the hips. That's 1. 2. Try and keep looking up. 3. 4. If you get dizzy, stop. Or do it slower. 5. 6. 7. 8. I'm going to go slightly to the side so you can see me. So I'm just bending at the hips. 9. I'm trying to always keep my 10, my eyesight always in the same way. I'm not moving my eyes around my head. 11. Because I find that gets me more dizzy if I'm looking around the room at the same time. 12. Excellent, good. So you should be working your hamstrings at the same time, but it mainly should be a low back exercise. If you have problems with your back, do it slower. Right, Frankinstiens, this is one you can't be throwing yourself forward because you don't want to throw your back out. So if you can't go to your feet or your shins, go to your knees. Are you ready? You do 20 of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Have you noticed? My torso, hopefully you noticed. My torso was completely upright. I didn't lean forward with every kick. Try and keep upright. Right, oblique jacks, you can put a little bit of hop in this. We've got 20. So it's going in and the side. So people with bad backs, just do it from the floor. People who want to do a hopping, you can do. I'm going to do a hop. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's working your sides. So a lot of these, so the Frankenstein works across. So work your abdominals and your obliques. A little bit of shoulder in your back. And the oblique jacks tend to work your obliques on one side, crunching them while stretching them on the other side, which is really good for them. So right, let's do it again then, shall we? Start with the alternating toe touches and go. This is number 1, 2. I think we're only going to do, that's 2, sorry. 8, otherwise we're going to run out of time. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Excellent. Right, if you want to do the other 4, you can do them if you want, but do them later on if possible. Right, we do Frankinstiens. Ooh. Right, let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent. Right, oblique jacks for the last time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How did you do? Right. Got time spare. Right, so let's do some stretching. Let's have a look. So 2,200 steps. Calories mustn't be working very well because it hasn't measured much at all. But there you go, as I said, throwing an indication. Right, so let's do some stretching. So Slightly wider shoulder width apart, again, how we do with the alternate toe touches. Feet facing outwards. What we're going to do, run our hands down our thighs, down towards the ground, try and touch your toes or the ground. If you touch the ground, that's better. Try and keep looking upwards, try not to look through your legs, otherwise you will around your back.
2, 1, cool down.
We're going to hold it. I noticed then actually my legs were slightly bent then. Try not to lock them out completely backwards though, because that might damage your knees. Three, 2, 1. Since we've been doing skipping, let's lift our calf up. Sorry, let's do our calf by lifting our toe up. I love mixing the sentences up, I really do. 2, 1, and swap. Try and keep it as high as possible with your toes. Just feel it really pull behind your calf and behind your knee as well. And down. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put our arms up. We're going to stay outwards, outwards, words. I need words, any words? Anyway, right, so standing as we are, we're just bending at the hips, arms out. We're going to twist out, kick that hip up and twist in the opposite direction. So you should feel a pull on the inside of your leg and also a pull on the opposite oblique. You can put one hand down if you want. Three, 2, 1, turn that wheel over. So kick the other hip out. Really feel the pull on the other leg. I'm going to get a little bit wider because this one's actually a little bit not feeling it as much. Three, 2, 1, arm back to the middle, and we're going to round our spine up. So what we're going to do is going to round our spine up, so our arms are down, keeping our head down and in. We get up, stand up. As our head comes back, we're going to roll our shoulders back, get our chest out and really squeeze that chest. So you're trying to really get those hands back as well on the shoulders, stretching that chest. And we're going to roll back forwards, our head into the chest, arms forward, round that spine down, until we're parallel to the floor, and then back up again. Shoulders back. Excellent, this time we're going to keep in the same stance, with our hips back a little bit, push out with our hands, really try and push our hands away from us. I like to put my head in between my arms, next to my biceps. Really push out, you should feel it down your lats, your rhomboids, your traps, well, lower traps. If you wanted to do a little bit on the side as well, you could always twist to the side. Ever so slightly, but you've got to be careful. If you've got low magnesium or any kind of metal deficiency, you might find that you get cramps in the side which is contracting, and the other side. Let's go the other way. And back to the middle. And let's stand up. Arm last stretch. Hands together, cup them over, and up to the ceiling. Three, 2, 1, and release. And thank you very much all for coming to not Friday Freakout, but Monday Freakout. Modelling Monday, Manic Mondays. No, that sounds like a pop song, pop group. Mega Monday maybe. I don't know. Anyway, well, thank you very much all for coming. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had a good workout. And I hope you have a very healthy, happy day. God bless, and I'll see you all on Wednesday, hopefully, at 9:30. If not, I'll see you on the YouTube, at any time.
3,
Okay?
2, 1. Your timer is complete.
The time is complete. Bye for now.